Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Kieran from RummageAround, and in today's video, this is part 2 of the abandoned storage unit buyout. If you haven't already, then please, this will not make sense unless you have watched part 1. I'll leave a little card up here or up there to go and visit that before you continue watching this video. You have to watch that video first to even have an idea what we are talking about. So in that video, I did actually say that the storage unit is probably worth about £3,000. We spent £460 on that unit. But in today's video, we're actually going to go and price up the whole lot now that we've got it back home. So the first piece in question is this Sugar Ray Leonard. What a legend in the game of boxing. This is a professionally photoed and framed signed boxing glove with its certificate of authenticity by Wonderland Memorabilia. So that will also add a fair chunk of change. With that all being said, this is an absolute thing of beauty. It's in a 3D frame. It's probably going to list this up for about £250. So that's £250 back from the buyout. Yeah, we've got a table worth of stuff that we are now going to crack on with. And like I said, this is the video where we find exactly what the estimation value of this whole entire unit. So let's start with the media. And the first box, let's be having you. Box 1 completed. We're now going on to box number 2. We've still got a few boxes of media. Once all the media is done, then I'll give you a update. But on to box number 2, which is this beautiful Corona box full of media. So the first 2 boxes have been completed, and we have done it in a bit of a different way this time. Right. So what we've done is, if we have the same artist, we're actually going to bundle them up and charge a bit more. So for example, we've got Rihanna here. We've got 4 Rihanna, all different albums. So we should be looking at £2.50 per CD. So that's a nice £10 listing. Same with the Jacksons. Should be nice, £2.50 each, a £5 listing. Ed Sheeran, Robbie Williams, Usher, Prince, and James Morrison's. £5 each pile. So what you see here, you got 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So £40 back from the £460 that we spent. And all these ones here piled up into price categories. So we've got £3, which is the lowest that we're going to go on anything in this haul. £3, £3.50, 4, and then this is selling as a 2 for 10. So what we've got here is £75 worth of listings. That's £75 back in the kitty. Like I said, £3, £3.50, 4, and £10 for the 2. Also, we have a nice collection of Now CDs. Obviously, we have got a few more boxes that need to arrive, but they're currently away from the house. So if we do find any more Nows, I will let you know. If you didn't know, there is strong money in Nows, especially if you do bundle up the lower numbers. Obviously now, I think we're in like Now 155,000. But like I said, Now 50 and below is definitely worth collecting and selling as a bundle. So that's what we're going to do. Now, hopefully we can find some more Nows. If we do, like I said, I'll let you know. All right, the next box to tackle is a box of hardback books. Not many here to go through, so there might not be anything to report back on, but I'm hoping that there might be the odd, you know, £10 book. Right, like I've said, we are going to try and really maximize the profit on this buyout. We want to try and get as much money back from a £460 layout. That is the goal, just to absolutely smash the money. So it's a massive learning curve as well, so it's all learning. That's what we want to do now. We want to enhance our learning and take it to the next step. So let's get into the books. I can see Peter Kay looking at me. I can see his biography looking deep into my eyes. So let's see if that Peter Kay book is worth anything. Right, I see you looking at me, Peter Kay. Are you worth anything? No, he's probably worth about £3.99. And by the time you've posted that, you're probably losing money. And after all that, none of this is worth listing. I think the best book we had was this Royal Horticultural Society, and it was about £6 all in. So, very unsuccessful. Right, 2 Euro Hike Adventure 200 sleeping bags, brand new with tags. they should be quite comfortable. £20 looking at eBay, £20 each. Nice, easy multi-listing. Now we're now we're talking some serious money. Replacement Philips VCR remote. Believe it or not, should be able to get like 15 quid for that. There is some serious money in this 3-way USB mobile mains reel. Really nice condition as well. Obviously, we will sell it used, but it's got the 3 mains here. 1, 2, 3, and it's also got some USB charging points, which is always a nice Brucey bonus. So it's pretty new, as in it's pretty modern in today's society. So should be looking at least, well, they're selling quite comfortable at £55 brand new. So I'd like to think it's an easy peasy £40. I think we need to buy another unit, don't you? Let's get it. We're smashing it. So for some reason we've entered this box, and we believe something in this box must be worth £100 because the receipt says so. But what can it be? I have no idea, and for that reason I'm not actually going to include this in the final totals. I just picked up this bag of stuff, and let's go through it, see if we can find any bits and pieces. I mean, that's probably worth some money anyway, so that's a good start. I think that's probably worth about £25. If it's got the key, let me just check. I'm not going to see it, but yes, it does have the key. And right at the bottom of the bag, we have about a bundle of 8 sort of absolutely smashed to smithereens Samsung, Nokia, HTC, all the good brands back in the day. Load of phones. I think what we're going to do is probably bundle them all up, put them on auction, and see where it takes us. But for the sake of this video, I reckon it's going to be an easy £10 to £15. So yeah, it's always nice to bundle up old, vintage, older, sort of smashed up phones, because somebody will buy them, do them up, and resell them. I just don't know how to do it, and I don't have the time to learn, and I don't really want to learn how to do it. So just yeeting them all together and yeet them on eBay auction. The table's nearly empty already. That means we must fill it with some more stuff. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to go and fill it up. When it comes to this washing machine, I think we are just going to scrap it, because as you can see, yeah, it ain't looking very nice in there, is it? They've kind of left some washing in there and it's started to mold. So what we're going to do, close that up and scrap it. Oh my god, we've got the Howard Miller clock in. It's literally to the ceiling, 7 foot plus tall, which is ridiculous. But we are willing to post this, and like I said in the previous video, they are going for about £1,500 on Etsy and private sort of like auctioneering private things, and we're willing to post it out, which is the main thing. So for that reason, the fact that we are willing to post this out, we should be able to get about £1,500 for this quite comfortably as well. It's not as heavy as you think. He says that with a freaking, when I'm out of breath, but yeah, it's still a decent return. Like I said, it's going to be like 4 times our money before we've even started. But yeah, what a beauty. Howard Miller, definitely a bolo. Yep. The table is getting full again of stock that we need to sort out, and a lot of books and more media. And then this huge bag of clothing. Did anyone mention some trainers as well? Right, we've gone through about 15 boxes of books. Now let me turn the camera around and tell you exactly which books we're listing. I can tell you now, it ain't going to be a lot. Oh, so far we have found a grand total of 2 individual books and 2 sets of books out of like 50,000 books I've scanned. It's not quite 50,000, it just feels like it. We have the Expert by Dr. D.G. Hayerson books. There's about 5 there. Should be able to get 15 quid for that. And then we have the Reader's Digest Complete Library of Gardening. This is series 1, first edition, first print, and all that good stuff. That should be another 15 quid. Then we have this wonderful lady, Carol Klein, Grow Your Own Garden, How to Propagate All Your Own Plants. It's a BBC special, should be a comfortable 10 quid. And then we have this Reader's Digest Encyclopedia of Garden, which should also be roughly £12. So, here in the UK, so far, what I've learned, there ain't a lot of books that's worth any money. We're just going through this box, and I've just found this random thing. and looked at the instructions, and it's in fact a luncheon meat cutter. This guy was obviously a keen fisherman. I was going to say back in the day, but I don't know where he is. I don't really know who he is. But if you really want to sort of pause and read the instructions of how one of these works, and just pause the video now. But I'm going to tell you the listing value is probably about, I don't know, 20 quid maybe. I've seen some go for about 25, slightly bigger. This is only a 3.5mm one, so probably 20 quid there or thereabout. Right, we've now finished having a look at all the books, and there's a lot of books that can't sell because it just isn't viable. But what we're going to do with the books, the CDs and the DVDs that aren't viable is we're going to put them into ZipIt, and if ZipIt ain't accepting them, we're going to then try We Buy Books. So if you don't know what they are, they're literally just apps that will buy anything off you, potentially anything, with a barcode like DVDs, all the media stuff, and they will buy it off you, and they will send you out a label too. So I'll get back to you once I've ZipIted and all that good stuff. So this is the pile that ZipIt are accepting so far of the CDs and DVDs, and they're actually going to give me £11 and 54p for this pile here. There is 50 items, so it took me like 3 minutes to scan all this in, so 3 minutes work, £11.50 back. And this is the small pile of DVDs and CDs that We Buy Books are offering us. I think there's 23 items there, and they're going to give us £3 and 99p. So this is what wasn't accepted from ZipIt. So I've tried We Buy Books, and they've offered me £3.99 for everything here. And again, they'll send me out a label, and all I've got to do is post it. I mean, it's not the biggest and the best money, but it's still money coming in. I'm going to accept that order now. They're going to send me a label, and then I'm going to go and do the books as well. Yeah, if you've never ever heard of ZipIt or We Buy Books, it's just an app which you scan unwanted media, and they'll give you a price depending on how much they could sell it on for their stuff. You've probably seen them on eBay and stuff, so they'll buy our stuff very cheap, and then they'll sell it on eBay for a little bit more, but they can afford to do it because they're a lot bigger company than RummageAround. So, like I said, onto the books, see if we can make any money off them. Right, we've just opened this suitcase, and it's literally full of trophies and plaques and plates and stuff. And having a little quick look on eBay, there doesn't seem to be that much value, to be fair. So quite unsure what to do this as of yet, but we'll continue to look to see if there is anything that tickles our fancy, but I don't think there is. There's a lot of fishing shields as well, but a lot of them have got his name on it, or a name on it. I don't know whose name it belongs to, but yeah, there doesn't seem to be too much value looking on eBay, but some of them have, you know, biggest catch and stuff and all that good stuff. There's the odd bit of random sort of vintage trinkets and egg cups and stuff in this thing. So yeah, we'll get crack-a-lacking and seeing what's about. What we have just noticed is that these plaques actually do come off. So I've taken one off already, and we should be able to sell this sort of like Euro style trophy for about between £15 and £20. Like I said, the plaques do come off, so what I'm going to do is spend some time taking the plaques off. I'll probably list this up for about 20 quid. And also, like so, I've just taken off that plaque, and we should be able to sell this marble sort of like trophy stand. We've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, so they're not massive money. They are only selling for about £6 brand new, but we've got 5 of them, so hopefully we can squeeze maybe 20 quid, get some of that sticker residue off that you can just see glistening in the light there. But yeah, another 20 quid back from the buyout. So moving on from the trophies, we've probably got about £70 worth of shields and trophies that we're going to try and list on eBay. We're going to go through the first box of clothing, but what I've seen on top, it really isn't too much to rave about, let's be honest. However, we have just found this tailored by Umbro, UK size 42, so about medium or large, 2012 Man City long sleeve shirt with this collar. That's probably worth holding on to. It's probably worth about £25–30. So, yeah, not all is lost. Yeah, that was probably the only shirt to rave about. We did actually keep a pair of Reebok Leggings, probably get about 10 of them, but apart from that, that box was absolutely useless. Another bag. Let's see what's inside. This bag literally could have anything inside it. It looks like it's got books, a lot of books actually, some jewelry or something, and some fishing stuff. So let's see what's inside. A bit of Billy Piper, Life of Pi, cheeky little Britney, Jordan being Jordan. Bloody hell, he's got some pearly whites, and the old Jason Donovan book. I think the owners of this this unit loved books, and they love autobiographies. There's just hundreds and hundreds, and together Nicole and Natalie Appleton. Oh, some more books. And my favourite book of all time, Busty and Remarkably Rude But Real Names of People, Places and Products from all over the world. What a read. So out of that whole bag, there's probably this piece of thing that was worth any money. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this, but this is stamped 925, so maybe worth a tiny bit. But we are sort of having a bit of a jewellery box that we're going to go through in a later date, building up quite nicely. Right, a bag full of what we know a little bit more about, shoes. Let's go and have a look what we can find. It is quite a small bag, so it'll literally take us about 10 seconds. Made in Spain, and it's that beautiful brand that we like to see. A pair of Kirk Geigers. Probably, what, £25 on them? Nice sort of cork wedge, decent condition, nice strappy wedge thingy my bobbies. Should be £25 in the summer. So we're gonna probably put this in the loft and wait until the summer. Decent condition, just need a bit of a wipe to be honest. And also a nice pair of women's Timberlands. Nothing really special about these. UK size 6, a really decent condition, and size just needs a wipe. Should be again another 25, maybe even 30. Like I said, they are in really good condition. Timberland's a strong brand, they just need a bit of a clean. Bag completed. Right, another bag of clothing. Let's see what we've got inside. This is the pile that we are currently donating to the charity shop. It's ever-growing, sponsored by Corona, ever-growing pile of clothing that we don't really want to sell, so it's going straight to the charity shop. Right, we have started on the shoes, and we've got a fair few. Excuse the mannequin head, don't really know what he's doing, but there is a few pairs of shoes. This is only about half of it. Let's just go through a quick amount of cool ones. We've got some Nike, sort of like old school, I don't really know what they are, like sandals type of things, sort of like walking shoes. We've got some really nice Echo Softs. We've got some Adidas. We've got some Russell and Bromley. We've got some Tims. We've got some Michael Kors over in the back. We've got these surprisingly cool, long sort of leather thingy-my-bobbies. They are a brand called Cubans. Yeah, there's a lot here. A hell of a lot. Value-wise, probably maybe couple of £100 there or thereabouts. But yeah, we've only gone through half of them. Some of them are brand new in box, some of them brand new out of box. But we have got some sort of like just random brands like Faith and Dizzy. It's a bit of a weird one. We've got some more, what are these? Kickers. These are like brand new, never been worn. So yeah, I'd like to say at least a couple of £100 here. Quite comfortable. Just a quick update on the shoes. Once they've all been drafted, we've actually got a hell of a lot more value than I first anticipated. It's looking more like 600 smackaroonies for all them shoes. There's 34 shoes so far, so roughly about half of the shoes we've gone through. And that's £200 in profit, basically. Well, not profit, you know what I'm saying. £200 up from the whole value of what we spent on this freaking unit. Remember, we only spent £460 on this unit, and we've got half the shoes done, and that's a grand total of £600 worth of listings. Yeah, future Kieran here. I forgot to end the video, so I'm going to end it now. That's probably why I'm in a completely different set of clothes. But thank you guys for watching. That is a update on what we brought from the abandoned unit. Probably last maybe in November now. So this video is probably going to be a little bit later than usually planned, but you can see there was a lot of stuff in there. After doing that little bit more of an intricate and more in-depth seeing of what we actually did get from the abandoned unit, I think we can put a very, very modest, very, very comfortable £3,200 worth of gear. That being said, some of that stuff's already sold because obviously this is now 2 months later. So I will be doing another follow-up video of what is actually sold from the storage unit. Maybe give it a couple more months and then hopefully the majority of stuff has sold, and then I'll release the video. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please do me one huge favor. Smash that like button. It really does help boost the channel up with the algorithm. And yeah, subscribe if you're new around here for reselling content. We upload every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers this year. It would be an absolute dream come true if we can hit it by the end of the year. So hopefully you did enjoy that video. Again, sorry it's taken so long for the video to actually come out. I just completely forgot to end it. So I'll see you beautiful lot in the next one.